Welcome. I want to take you back to April 1954, to a city that talked itself into believing its windshields were under attack. In just a few weeks, thousands of people across Washington state reported mysterious pits and dings in their car glass. Nobody could agree on the cause: vandals, sand fleas, even atomic fallout. By the end, police had a very different explanation. This story is charming at first, but it is also a warning. And that is what I want to convince you of today. Look at this scene. By April 15, 1954, windshield pitting reports reached what historians call fever pitch across Puget Sound. People were genuinely frightened. They believed some unseen agent was damaging their cars. The panic was so real that residents called police by the thousands. And here is the striking part. No one could find the culprit. So before we laugh at 1954, ask yourself, would you have been any different? Why should we care about a windshield scare from 1954? Because the machinery behind it is the exact same machinery that powers today's viral misinformation. Ambiguity, authority, and media combine to turn a rumor into fact, then and now. In 1954, nuclear testing fears made the fallout theory feel terrifyingly plausible. Today, new anxieties make other rumors feel just as real. The difference is speed. In 2026, the rumor travels at the speed of a feed, not a newspaper. This panic is a rehearsal for our own information age. Let's dissect how a small-town observation became a statewide panic. Historians who study this event identify a specific anatomy, a set of ingredients that turn ordinary rumors into collective delusion. None of these ingredients are unusual. Each one is completely ordinary. What is remarkable is how they stacked up in the same place at the same time. Over the next few slides, we will walk through each part. This is the blueprint for how a whole community can come to believe something false. Watch how quickly this moved. It began in Bellingham in March 1954, when a few residents noticed pitting and police guessed vandals with BB guns. Within weeks, reports spread to Seattle, Sedro-Woolley, and other nearby communities. On April 15th, it hit fever pitch. The panic peaked. Then, almost as fast as it started, the incidents abruptly stopped by April 17th. That sudden collapse is the tell. Real damage doesn't vanish in 2 days, but a rumor can. Part of what made this believable was the sheer creativity of the explanations. First, police blamed vandals with BB guns. Then, residents proposed sand flea eggs hatching inside the glass. In the Cold War climate, atomic fallout from nuclear tests felt terrifyingly plausible. Others blamed cosmic rays, and some even suggested electronic oscillations from secret devices. Notice what all of these have in common. Every single one sounded just scientific enough to be believed, and none of them were true. Here is the number that ended the mystery. Seattle Police Crime Lab representative Sergeant Max Allison declared that the damage reports were 5% hoodlumism and 95% public hysteria. Put differently, of the 3,000 cars reported damaged, most came from the 15,000 examined, a tiny sliver of the millions on Washington's roads. The epidemic was never an epidemic at all. It was a trick of attention. So what actually caused the pits? Investigators concluded the dings had been there all along, ordinary road wear on every windshield. The only thing that changed was where people looked. For the first time, drivers looked at the glass instead of through it. Once they inspected, they found the small imperfections that every car accumulates. Attention, not damage, created the epidemic. No vandals, no fallout, no sand fleas, no cosmic rays, just normal glass. Now let's place 1954 beside 2026. In Seattle, a rumor traveled by word of mouth and local newspapers, and authority figures reinforced it. That was enough to convince thousands. Today, the same ingredients are intact, but they move at the speed of a feed. A trending claim can become real in minutes before anyone stops to check the glass. The technology changed, the psychology did not. That is why this 70-year-old story is more relevant now, not less. Let me leave you with the one discipline that ends every delusion. Look at the evidence, not through it. The windshield epidemic was never about glass. It was about how belief spreads when people stop verifying. In your own work, when a claim feels urgent, pause and check the source. Question the consensus before you repeat it. If the people of Seattle had simply looked at their windshields earlier, there would be no story to tell. Thank you.